Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 23 on group theory. In this lecture we are going to talk about one special type of subgroup which is known as normal subgroup. So we just first define or understand what is normal subgroup. So we are familiar with cosets now, and we know that if H is a subgroup of a group G, then left coset of H is denoted by AH and is defined as all those elements A star H for all possible elements of subgroup H. Similarly, right coset is defined as elements H star A, where H is an element of H. And we have seen how to find out left and right cosets, and we have seen that for some subgroups left and right cosets are equal, and for some subgroups they are different. Now suppose for some subgroup H, every left coset is equal to right coset corresponding to the element A. If for every element of group G, left coset of H is equal to right coset of H, then that subgroup is given name as normal subgroup. So normal subgroup is that subgroup for which right and left cosets are always equal. So this is the definition of normal subgroup. A subgroup H under binary operation star of a group G under binary operation star is called a normal subgroup if for any element A in G, AH equal to HA, that is left coset is equal to right coset. If H is a normal subgroup, then both the left and right cosets of H in G are equal, and if whenever we have normal subgroup, we will not consider left and right cosets. We will simply use the word cosets, because in the case of normal subgroup, left and right cosets are equal. So whenever we are discussing normal subgroups, we will use the word cosets. We can have equivalent definition of normal subgroup also. Instead of this, we can write another definition for normal subgroup. That is, suppose I multiply this by suppose I multiply on right hand side by inverse of element A, because A is an element of G, A inverse exists. So suppose I multiply this equation both sides on the right by A inverse, then I will have AH A inverse equal to HA A inverse. Now here A into A inverse is identity, that is equal to H. So this is another equivalent form for the normal subgroup. If AH A inverse is equal to H, then also H is called normal subgroup. And whenever AH A inverse is equal to subgroup H, then we can say that for any element A in group G and H in capital H, this type of elements AH A inverse are in this set, and because this is equal to H, they are present in this set also. So if for any A belongs to G and for any H belongs to H, AH A inverse is an element of H, then H is called normal subgroup. So these are three equivalent definitions for the normal subgroup. If for any A belongs to G, AH equal to HA, then it is called normal subgroup. This is one criteria for any A belongs to G. Another definition is AH A inverse is equal to H, again for any A belongs to G. And another third criteria is if we consider any A belongs to G and any element H in capital H, then this type of elements is always present in capital H. Some authors are considering AH A inverse as a subset of H. So if these two are equal, then both are subsets of each other. So this is also valid. So these are three equivalent definitions of the normal subgroup, and I have written all these definitions. First one is a subgroup H is called normal subgroup if every left coset equal to every right coset. Another definition is H is a normal subgroup if A inverse H A is subset of H. Instead of A H A inverse subset of H, we can have A inverse H A is subset of H. So that we can develop by multiplying both sides of this equation on left by A inverse. This we have obtained by multiplying by A inverse on the right side. If we multiply this equation by A inverse on the left side, then we will obtain this equality A inverse H A equal to H. So either we write A inverse H A is subset of H, or A inverse H A and A H A inverse is subset of H. Then also both are equivalent, and we can write equality also A H A inverse equal to H. And another form is if we take any element of group G and any element of subgroup H, then A inverse H A is an element of H, or A H A inverse must be an element of H. So remember all these equivalent definitions, they are easy to understand. This I can rewrite as A inverse H A equal to H, or A H A inverse equal to H, or I can rewrite in this way: elements of the type A inverse H A must be present in the subgroup H, or elements of the type A H A inverse must be in H. So all these three are equivalent definitions of normal subgroup. Now we consider this question which was asked in GTU summer 2020 exam. Prove that every subgroup of an abelian group is normal. So here we are given that group G is abelian, and we have to prove that every subgroup of group G which is abelian, G is an abelian group, that is given. And if I take H as a subgroup of G, then I have to show that H is a normal subgroup. If H is any subgroup of a group G which is abelian, then H is always normal. So I can show in several ways. I have three equivalent criteria to prove that H is a normal subgroup, and we will use this criteria. We will prove that elements of the type A inverse H A are in H for any element A in G and for any element small h in capital H. So I will start by taking any element A in G. Let A be any element in G and H be any element in capital H, and I will prove that A inverse H A is also in capital H. So we start by A inverse H A. Now because G is a group and this A and H are elements of G, H is an element of capital H and capital H is a subgroup of G. Therefore H is also in G. So I can use the associative property for group G. So I can write A inverse HA as A inverse in the bracket HA. Now it is given that G is an abelian group. So I can write H into A equal to A into H, because G is abelian and H and element A are present in G. Therefore we can write that H into A equal to A into H. So here we are using the commutative property of group G. We are given that G is abelian, therefore H into A equal to A into H. Now again I use associative property. this I can write as A inverse A times H, and because A and A inverse are in the product, their product is identity element of group G, say E, and we know that if we multiply or if we take E star H for any group, then we will obtain H here. So we have shown that A inverse HA equal to H, and H is an element of capital H. Therefore, we have proved that for any element A in G and for any element H in capital H, this type of elements are in capital H. Therefore, H is a normal subgroup. So you can easily prove that every subgroup of an abelian group is normal. Okay, we have to write systematically. Here I have written this proof systematically. Let capital H be a subgroup of an abelian group G. To prove that H is a normal subgroup, so for that we start by taking any element in group G and any element in subgroup H, and we want to prove that A inverse HA is in capital H. So we start by writing A inverse HA. This we can write as A inverse in the bracket HA. So here we are using associative property. Now because G is abelian and H is present in G and also A is present in G, therefore H into A can be written as A into H. So in the next step we replace H into A by A into H. Now again using associative property we combine these two, A inverse A in one bracket, and we write H outside, and this is identity. So we have E into H, and that is equal to H because E is the identity element. So we have shown that A inverse HA equal to H, and H is an element of capital H. Therefore A inverse HA belongs to H for any A belongs to G and for any H belongs to capital H. Therefore H is a normal subgroup of capital G. So in this session we have discussed about normal subgroups, and we have shown that if our group G is abelian, then every subgroup H of G is normal. So whenever you have normal subgroup, every left coset will be equal to its right coset. Okay, fine. So I stop here. I hope you like this. Thank you very much.